All right. Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 2 of the Safe Tech Tuesday. Excited to be here in our Fab Lab office in College Station, Texas. Really want to say just a debt of gratitude and thank you to our speakers, Gary Hess, the president and CEO of Defense Equipment Company. We have Bobby also joining us here, co-founder and CEO from SkyBrowse. And then a fun little story I'm going to tell you about my history with Drew Delaney. And, you know, the first guy that was at an event that we held when I was back at Teeks that was able to make the announcement that FirstNet was going live at an event that we held. So a great group of speakers here today. Really appreciate them joining us. If you don't know, I'm Caleb Holt. I'm the founder and CEO of Safe Tech. We're a membership-based nonprofit. We have a very simple mission. That's to bring first responders and armed forces together with those who make safe tech. We do this in a number of ways, but we're definitely excited about telling the story of our members, telling the story of our founding members that are also sponsors. And then also SkyBrowse was one of our top winners coming out of our Safe Tech pitch in the fall. So we really just want to continue to push this technology out and make you guys aware of what technology is being made available. And if you're not, I would just say now I'm sitting here and I'm charging my phone with my Carbon watch. If you're not doing that, do you even own a watch? And so let's see what else. I got to bring up a couple things. So just so you know, we have about 14 days left here in the month of March. And if you go to makesafetech.org, donate, we are matching all donations this month. And we're specifically using that to fund projects with JBG Plumbing, who's been helping us out getting mothers and elderly that have been left without water and running water due to the winter storms that took place here in the state of Texas. We've been able to help two families so far, and we have 2 more that we're going to try to help this week. So we're officially 1 month out from that storm, and we still have families that don't have running water. And so we're doing our best to try to help make that happen. Or we've got them all running water. We're trying to get them hot water now. So we're just trying to continue to do our part to support our families and friends all around the community. Also, I'm excited that to get to turn it over to one of our founding members who's joining us out of Atlanta. So Gary Hess, I actually met him through our Defense to Response days back when we had the contract and we were doing technology transition for the Pentagon. He brought us a technology that we actually worked very, very closely with called the Flex 9 Armor Shirt. And he worked closely with that Mission Ready group. Well, they're Mission Ready now. I forget what the name of the company was. What was the name of the company, Gary?
Protect the Force.
Yeah, Protect the Force. Thank you very much. So I've known him for going on about 5 years. He's a great resource for me. He's more than willing to take a phone call and let me run some ideas by him, and has been very helpful as we navigate trying to bring new technology both to law enforcement and fire. And he's one of those few companies that is interested in both the public safety and the defense side of the house. And so we're excited to have him here. He's a founding member at Safe Tech, one of our first checks that we actually received, just to give you an idea of how eager he was to be a part of Safe Tech. So we appreciate you being here today. I'm going to turn it over to Gary Hess, and thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Caleb, and thanks to all your members on Safe Tech. I really appreciate all the support. As Caleb mentioned, my name is Gary Hess, president of Defense Equipment Company. A little bit about Defense Equipment Company. We're a distributor and also a hybrid consultant, and also work with manufacturers in the public safety first responder market. So we work with manufacturers and distributors trying to get products and new technologies out to the first responders. I've been doing this about 30 years, been in distribution side, been on the manufacturing side. A lot of my experience has been on the military federal agency market, but probably about 6 to 7 those years were with the public safety market. So what Defense Equipment Company brings to the Safe Tech members and also to the industry is our experience. There's 6 members on our team. Collectively, we have over 100 years of experience, and also a very strong network of working with manufacturers to customers to distributors, organizations like SafeTech. And basically, really the way that we go to market is really listen to the customers, trying to stay abreast of the new technologies that are coming to market, and also looking at ways to improve the supply chain. So that's where we spend a lot of our time in the market. And you can find out a lot more information on our website, which is www.defenseequipmentcompany.com. One of the reasons that we came and became a founding member of SafeTech, as Caleb mentioned, I met him back in 2016, and I really loved the program of what he was doing back then with Texas A&M and under the D2R program. We also got involved with the next program that Caleb did was called Under Fire. And again, at the end of the day, what they're doing, I really had a passion for is the products and technologies that they were bringing to enhance the public safety market and the protecting the customers. So, that's really what drives me every day, drives our team every day, is going out to our customer base, listening to them, what are their requirements, where are the gaps, then going back through our network and trying to find the best solution for them. The other obstacle that a lot of the customers run into and companies run into are the different contracts. On the military alone, there's hundreds of different types of contracts customers can use to get to the product. So you really got to be knowledgeable of that. And also, again, the supply chain to be able to bring the product from the manufacturer to the customer. Some of the ways that we can be able to help the SafeTech members are, some of the things I just shared with you. Our probably a biggest strength is our network, of the networks and also the customers that we know. And I would highly recommend, and we can be able to assist, is finding you a strong partner to take your products to market. Defense Equipment Company's one. It may not be the best option, but there are many options that we can be able to help you with. So with that, I can open up to any questions you may have. And again, I want to thank Caleb and also your team for giving me this opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gary. I think one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to post this out and make it available. We'll also put your website and some of the other websites for our other speakers that'll be made available through the YouTube. And if we get any questions in directly, Gary, we'll send those over to you. I do know that we've got a couple people, another company that came out of the SafeTech pitch. You and I are going to work on getting a connection there. And I've just reconnected with them, and need to let you know I'm coming to Atlanta next week. So hopefully you're going to be back in town from your spring break. So I'll follow up with you on that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bill.
So the next guest that we have coming to us is one of our other founding members is Public Safety Network. And so there's a lot of good people here. I've got to meet TJ and Jason and Victoria, but I do go back the furthest of personally knowing Drew Delaney. When we ran that event that Gary just mentioned, we ran our first Under Fire event. Drew was able to come in and he spoke, and it was a big deal for us to be able to tell our state agency and our leadership, hey, we're bringing in someone that's going to give a presentation on FirstNet and rolling it out. And sort of to my surprise, he was able to announce at that event, and he can lie. That'll make me feel better. He doesn't have to tell the truth about this. But I do like to tell people it was the first time, because it literally, he made the comments at the early part of March, and the latter part of March was going to be the first time you could actually buy a phone that worked on the FirstNet network. And so I like to tell people that the first time anyone in the state of Texas was publicly told that market was about to be made available was when our good friend Drew Delaney was down here. Now, he doesn't have pretty socks on today, but I do want you to know he owned a sock company, and so I'm going to talk to him about buying that from him later, because you got to have nice socks. And Drew's always been a guy that I look at, and the first thing I want to know is what kind of socks does that guy have on. So Drew, you got big shoes to fill with TJ taking his new gig, but you guys are doing great stuff over there. Welcome to the Safe Tech Tuesday.
Appreciate it, Caleb. Always nice to get back as close as possible to you and the team over at Safe Tech. I got to say, you guys have done some tremendous things since launching. You know, we're super proud to be a Safe Tech National Advisory Council member. As you said, you know, one of the founding members come up to the table and help support this effort. So, you know, as you said, it's been a long time going back to the Under Fire event. But I mean, since then, you all have done a fantastic job. You know, the virtual event, virtual pitch competition back in November. We were happy to bring our some of our portfolio companies and partners to the table there that participated. Actually ended up winning part of that $35,000 that you were able to give away. So kudos to you all, and we're looking forward to the next one for sure. So I'm going to go over to share here real quick and talk a little bit about who the Public Safety Network is, what we do, and why that's relevant to the folks that are participating. So really what we're here to do is empower public safety with life-saving technologies. And really, you know, how we do that is we've created an ecosystem of first responders, technology vendors, industry influencers to really help accelerate technology adoption by first responders. That's most important, right? Creating technology that actually meets the needs, solves the use cases that brings those solutions to fruition. So some of the areas in the ecosystem that we've focused on over the last couple months here, everything from the mobile carriers that are deploying mission critical LTE networks, handset manufacturers, in-vehicle routers. Specifically, one of our portfolio companies, Assured Wireless, has recently launched a high power user equipment. So you can get an LTE signal up to 3 times further than a typical router or handset today. So really extending the range of the FirstNet network over band 14 with this new technology. Location Services, another company we work with, 3AM, provides a situational awareness software platform, as well as soon to come a hardware Z-axis location feature. So with a lot of attention on Z-axis today as a holy grail for the fire departments, all things location are important for all public safety. So it's important to see those advances there. Additionally, you know, mesh networking is another a big area that we're heavy on. A company called Haifa out of Australia is launching product to create an off-network mesh capability to provide really device-to-device communications off-network, which is obviously critical. Another company called Company 6, they're launching a little robot, video robot that you can throw and kind of have additional eyes on scene, controllable via smartphone. So really providing that second set of eyes for situational awareness on scene. So we really try to span the market of public safety, really focusing on networking capabilities, really as we ride this wave of public safety, dedicated public safety spectrum and networks for first responders over LTE and eventually 5G. Some of the areas that we focus on, I'll run through quickly because I wanted to get to some trends after this. Product development, go-to-market strategy, sales implementation, marketing and messaging, government affairs. So pretty much everything and anything companies need to launch into public safety, we help with, whether it's on the front end, on strategy, on the back end, all the way to implementation. We help companies all the way from startups. That's what most of the ones you see on the screen, but we also work with large established vendors. Really allows us to provide a unique position in that market to get overall solutions. Some of the trends we're seeing around the industry for Tech Tuesday here, from an operational perspective, most importantly, things are back to business when we talk about first responder agencies. Call volume went down due to COVID, but 911 call volume, but it's very much back up to where it was pre-COVID time. With vaccines and testing going on, You're seeing a lot more day-to-day operations, typical day-to-day operations from these agencies, as well as budgets. Budgets have not been hit hard. You know, FY 2021 budgets are just as in line as what they were last year. So folks are preoccupied with 2 jobs. They now have to do vaccine and testing. So attention for new technologies is tough. But it is there because there are specific efforts like de-escalation and law enforcement, that there's a lot of technology to be had there, as well as treatment in place for EMS. So some of the high level trends that we're seeing, and then obviously new funding coming out with the stimulus bill, NG 911, each one of those could be topics in and of themselves for another day. And then your typical technology trends that we're seeing carrying over from last year up there on the screen. So don't want to take too much time here, but any questions after, happy to address. But thanks again, Caleb, and looking forward to everything else we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Drew. One of the things I did want to mention is we love down here in Texas, we love just good, clean, spirited competition. And so among our National Advisory Council members, we challenge them to help us get companies to apply to the Safe Tech pitch. And so Drew, on behalf of yourself and the Public Safety Network, we were honored that Safe Tech was actually able to make a $500 donation to the Foundation 1023 in Public Safety Network's name. I just wanted to mention that we thought this was an outstanding foundation and a great choice by you guys. Foundation 1023 is committed to supporting the emotional and mental wellness of first responders and their support network who are experiencing illness, loss, or stressful life events by providing confidential funding for emotional and mental services. So we were happy to be able to do that, and really appreciate you guys basically whooping everybody and bringing the most competitors to Safe Tech Pitch. So we'll do that again next year. We always think giving away money to great causes is something that gets us excited, and it's one of the reasons we're doing this here at Safe Tech. So thank you, and congratulations on beating everybody. All right, so moving on, I'm going to be honest with you guys. What you're about to see is going to look like sci-fi. I mean, Bobby and his team are really crushing it in the drone space. And, you know, the drone space has really been tough over the last year or two with all of the negative DJI American-made or need for American-made drones. But when you get past that and you say, okay, well, I have a platform and I can put it in the air, what's something really cool that I could do with it? I think you guys are going to be really pleased to hear from Bobby and what his team has been doing at SkyBrowse. I now follow them just to see what I don't want to take it away, but I literally follow them to see what they're going to post so I can see what they're working on. It really is sci-fi to me, and hats off, Scott, Bobby, to you and your team. We'll turn it over to SkyBrowse.
Thanks, Caleb. And at the end of this talk, I'll give you a sneak peek of what we're up to as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sci-fi reference. So I'm Bobby Oyang. I'm a public safety drone instructor and also drone pilot for about 5 years now. I fly for public safety. And I just want to talk about how we can really simplify emergency response with drones and 3D modeling. Normally with 3D modeling, everyone's thinking about surveying and everything. If you think about Pix4D, it's hard to use, requires a lot of training, and it's not great for first responders. So I'll show you my screen on some of the things that we've done to simplify emergency response. Here is a video of...
We're going to begin tonight with the 5-alarm...
A 5-alarm fire in Fort Worth, Texas, right here. This is a warehouse fire. It's a foam recycling plant right here. And you can also see the total damages. This took 125 firefighters, 17 hours to clear. But afterwards, what about the training? What about all the dangers that they've been in? Can they improve? And the answer is yes with SkyBrowse. With one tap right here and a 3-minute, 34-second drone flight, you get something like this right here. We're able to get the entire scene mapped out in 3D with accurate measurements down to 1/4 of an inch. All the apparatus, the ladder trucks, and everything else is mapped out right here. So firefighters can use this for future training as well as documentation of the entire scene. If you zoom in, you can really see the details right here, SkyBrowse. And of course, I just want to talk about 3D modeling as a whole. A lot of people think of it only for car crashes or for structure fires or even just crime scene investigation, but there's a lot more to 3D modeling. Well, right here, this is a long range car crash. You can see the skid right here. This is a fatal I mapped out personally, but we'll go over some other use cases and success stories. So you can see right here, this is hazmat runoff right here with the slope map tool. And I'll show you the slope map tool in person right here. You're able to get the entire slope of the area with 2 clicks, just like that. Really simplified. Turn it into a heat map as well, so you can see the elevation profile of the entire scene, just like that. So you're able to pre-plan entire areas. So whenever there's runoff going on, you're able to predict where the runoff will go to before it even goes there. We've mapped out ski crashes as well as long car crashes. Look at the skid, 250 feet with traffic going both ways at 80 miles an hour. Do you really want to be rolling out a tape roller for this? Or can you just do it a lot easier? So, or the goal of this is really to save a lot of lives. And I'll just go over some other ones, some structure fires for training as well, avalanches. No one really thinks about this because you're only thinking about car crashes and crime scenes, but because we use video instead of pictures, we're able to capture data a lot quicker. And all of this, every single 3D model you see was generated with 1 tap on our iOS app. It's pure software, integrates with DJI drones and hopefully more drones in the future. And you can see it with the elevation profile. You can get the entire elevation, the distance of the entire avalanche just right there. And of course, for school pre-planning, SROs love us because we're able to get this 3D model instead of a Google Street View or a satellite view of an area. You get real-time 3D model data of an entire school, just like that. And for tornadoes as well, we talked about tornadoes. So, you know, when there's an active shooter situation right here, you can see all the ingress and egress points, as well as the entire school from a topographical view. So instead of looking at a floor plan, you have a really nice 3D model right here. Let's see, we've done officer involved shootings, SWAT missions, more tornadoes, some car crashes, but the gist of SkyBrowse is we're really trying to open people's public safety's eyes on 3D modeling and how this technology can save lives. Of course, all of this is done usually in a 2-minute drone flight, and you're able to capture all that data. And finally, I will show you what we're working on in the future. Maybe just from this presentation right here, you have an idea of us supporting some American-made drones. So we're not DJI only. And here's my contact information if you have any other questions.
I'm gonna stand by my sci-fi comment. I mean, that's just incredible how quick you do it. I think you maybe just passed over that real quickly. You did call out when you did that 5-alarm fire. The flight time was 3 minutes and 34 seconds to pull that entire image up. But can you just touch on that just real quickly of kind of how quick? When you did your Safe Tech pitch, you were specifically talking about a car accident that you went out and flew. Do you recall? Just talk a little bit about that, because that's what I think is just so incredible about what you're doing with SkyBrowse.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been doing accident investigation for a while, and for the most part, I'm really in and out in about 15 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to make a SkyBrowse model. I usually make 3 or 4 just to be safe. And then afterwards, I leave the scene. I'll leave the cleanup for everyone else. The laser scanners and roller tapes are not my duty, so I head on out. It really simplifies emergency response, and so far, everyone that's been flying SkyBrowse has nothing but good things to say about it.
Well, that's really fantastic. And I think the Safe Tech Tuesday pitch is already working. I've had 2 people text me while I'm sitting here, so I'll be following up with you, Bobby, on some opportunities they've shared with me while you were presenting. So thanks again so much, and for being around and supporting us and attending the Safe Tech events. And I think we've just recently engaged you, right, to help out a little bit with Colby. Is that right?
He's a great guy.
Awesome. Well, that's exactly where we're headed next. Is my good buddy Colby Humphrey is actually in town, but we put him over in a different room so that he wouldn't echo off of me. But Safe Tech is super proud of what we do in supporting our members in trying to access non-dilutive capital. We're going to turn it over to our grants guru, Colby Humphrey.
Thank you, Caleb. Yeah, today we're going to just list out 5 opportunities that we see right now. as really just being a great way for some companies to get some exposure. First, we have something from SoftWorks. They have a recurring Tech Tuesday event, but specifically at the end of this month, they're closing out on a pitch related to AI and machine learning. And so they're looking for anything in that space that can lead to transformational technology for the special operations community. So you have until the 23rd of this month to get your pitch in for that specific event. And then next we have a chance to work with ERDIC and the U.S. Army Engineer Research Development Center, really with looking at road repair and work tool attachments. And so if you have anything that can attach to a compact track loader, a backhoe loader, or a front end loader, or if you have just a unique piece of equipment that can do the types of things that those technologies do, they want to hear from you. And so for that one, that closes out on the 30th of this month. And also at the end of this month is the opportunity to participate in the Mass Challenge. And I'm highlighting specifically that the Texas opportunities, they have offices in Austin and in Houston, and they have a security track. And so if you have any type of new technology or innovation in your startup company and you want a chance to get some zero equity financing and be able to participate in some of the challenges that they have, we think Mass Challenge could be a really great opportunity in either of those cities and being here in Texas. Next, we have, again, we're just working with NIST, their mobile fingerprint capture for first responders. And so they are looking for technologies specifically that can be of use with current mobile devices in the field today. And so if you are working on something along this nature that you think you could apply, that we would encourage you to check out this opportunity with NIST. It's supposed to open up at some point in the spring of 2021. And so we'll definitely let you know when that officially opens back up. And last, we have with the Spartan program with the Army through it's really kind of their small business innovation research program. But they have a low cost, low probability of detection. And so they're really looking for things related to kind of waveform radio that can be put in the field by soldiers. And so if you play in that space or you know anyone that does, we'd encourage you to apply. This one closes April 21st of this year. And with all of these and other types of funding opportunities, if you want to sign up or follow us on social media, if you want to sign up for our Insights newsletter, we really just try to keep everyone up to date on these opportunities as they come up. And so we'll be sure to have more in the months to come. And back to you, Caleb.
All right, Colby, I can't wait till we actually have a news desk and we can go straight Saturday Night Live and I can toss this over to you and toss it back. But Colby and his team have done an incredible job. We continue to submit proposals. We continue to win proposals. And so we're super proud to have him on the team and really excited about those of you that he gets to work with and communicate those technologies to me. So the last one is we're going to turn it over to the ringleader who makes everything work. And so to give you a little bit of an update on what else we have coming up, we're going to turn over to our Director of Member Services, Ms. Linda Raby.
Howdy, everyone. I'm glad you can join us today. So I'm just going to quickly touch on a few things that we have coming up that are event related, and then touch on a few things. We have a call for end users, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we later on. So I just want to remind everyone, March 15th through 19th, that's this week. If you haven't heard about South by Southwest, it's a great event to do networking. I would truly recommend that you go look at their website. You will be able to find someone to potentially do collaborative opportunities with during South by Southwest. For those who are already involved in the Southwest I-Corps program, March 23rd, April 2nd, and April 15th, you have some upcoming events that are on our website, our event website. I don't know if Ivan is going to be able to get my PowerPoint up. I do have some links that we can show you to where to go look for our events. Texas A&M New Ventures Competition, for those who were accepted, you also have some deadlines on our event page. Our next upcoming event, April 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, we are proud to say that the Texas Fire Chiefs Association is holding their Texas conference here in Bryan College Station. And we are honored to be able to host them. that first night on the 5th. So we're looking to do a state dinner or an event of some type to get to show off Safe Tech and what we're doing here locally. April 20th, if you'll mark your calendars and you want to put it as an ongoing event, we're going to be holding the Tech Tuesdays every third Tuesday from 2 to 3 Central Standard Time. So you can put it as an ongoing event. Possibly in June, July timeframe, we may add an additional Tech Tuesday, but for now, you're safe adding it for the third Tuesday to your calendars. Another event that we will talk more about is that Safe Tech is looking to do a Safe Tech in DC event the first week of May. So we'll have more information on that in April. So, and all of the upcoming conferences you can find on our Safe Tech website as well. So you can email me if you have events that you want us to add to that calendar at linda.ravy@makesafetech.org. And I'm going to repeat that, linda.ravy@makesafetech.org. And so you can send those on to me and we'll get those up. We're hoping to have that link. I see that we're not able to get that PowerPoint up, so we'll send that, make sure that link is put on our website so that you can find our calendar. So the last call I have is for end users. For those of you who know us well, you know that we, from time to time, do get referrals where that we have a company that we are working with or that we have been referred to us. Or another time that we might could do this would be during our Safe Tech pitch competition, where that those companies who are presenting would love to have feedback from end users, and end users being those who are subject matter experts in their armed forces area, and there may be a police officer who's worked with a particular type of technology for years, and they have a real ability to share real time what the way a particular technology should be developed and really give some fantastic feedback. We've held one end user event that was held back in January, and we got some really good feedback from the people that the small companies that participated in that. So we do right now. It went up today, it's the first time it's live. So if you go to our makesafetech.org website, there is an end user registration tab. Please pass that on to everyone you know that could help us with this, because we really need a database of people that we can reach out to. That's all I have, Caleb. So it's back to you.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, everybody. Episode number 2 is coming to the end. I did want to say, I'm going to throw this on my marketing team, but if you watch this video, you go out and you share it, and you throw in the hashtag Safe Tech Tuesday. We're going to put you in a drawing to win a Safe Tech swag box. So we'll send out some coffee and some swag for you guys. So please consider doing that. Trust me, what we're doing and the people that we have that were speakers today, they're doing great stuff. And, the mission that we all share, which is making sure that our first responders and armed forces members have the best technology to do their job. It's a mission we're talking about, and it's a mission we're sharing. So I want to thank Gary from Defense Equipment Company, Drew from Public Safety Network, Bobby from SkyBrowse, and the great work that you guys are doing. And also thank all of the members here at Safe Tech, Linda and Colby and Ivan and Jordan, just everybody who's doing a tremendous job making this possible. I will say, Jerry, my cameraman, who was making sure I look good, powdered my face. Obviously, I get a little shine right here, but we absolutely love doing this. We're going to keep doing this. I think the content's brilliant. I think the people that we were able to bring on today just show you the type of people that want to bring this technology to the market. So we'll be back for episode number 3, like it was mentioned, on April the 20th. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Here in Texas, we have spring break, so I'm headed camping. So God bless, gig 'em, and we'll see you guys next time.